My name is Gretchen Andrew, and I'm a human.
Gretchen, thank you for being with us today. What is the story of the sweater you're wearing now? Was it a gift? Did you buy it?
No, fun story about this sweater. I don't own virtually any of my clothes. I have a rental clothing subscription that allows me to basically wear outfits that are worth a couple $1,000s all of the time without buying them. And it's funny that you start with that question because I think when I'm out in the art world and at art fairs, I have a reputation for being very well dressed, and it's because I don't own anything, including this cozy sweater.
That is brilliant. I love it.
I always believe that you should dress for the job you want, not the job you have, and that includes for me this, yeah, this feeling of success and also the like luxury of being able to change clothes that much while staying environmentally friendly is, I think, a very cool value proposition as well.
Yes. So, what are the physical objects that are on your body? That means you wear any jewelry right now.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I'm wearing a couple rings. So some of these are family rings, my engagement ring and my wedding band as well. I really
So,
like.
tell us about the family rings. Exactly who gave it to you and what was the context?
The context was, so this one I took from my sister who passed away a little less than a year ago, and we had actually been in a discussion about getting sister rings with each other because I love having an engagement ring and a wedding band, but I also really like the idea that it's not the only jewelry and relationship that I want to wear. And she had actually been given this ring by our grandmother, and um, it didn't fit her, and I was talking about wanting to have this sister ring together, and so this was sort of a placeholder for now.
Okay. I saw you had a mug a few minutes ago. Can you show us the mug? So, what's on this mug?
So this is Taylor Swift, and this is a mug that I made for a couple people who are also on my team, and it's Taylor Swift giving this Grammy speech where she says, "There are going to be people along the way who try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame. But if you just focus on the work and don't let those people sidetrack you, someday when you get where you're going, you will look around and you will know it was you and the people who love you who put you there. And that will be the greatest feeling in the world." And it makes me emotional because it's one of my favorite.
Okay, so now let's go to the building you are in right now. Is it an apartment? Is it a home?
Yeah, it is a house, which is a bit, I guess, sort of. I've had this house for 3 years, but it's still kind of an adjustment for me. My partner and I bought it at the very beginning of COVID, thinking it would be more of a rental property. And so it's in the middle of the woods, it's in the middle of nowhere. And as the pandemic kept going, being out in nature became a very essential part to, I think, staying sane. And also, as someone who grew up in the woods, getting to spend this kind of time out here. So yeah, it's full of art and wine and art books, and the Park City Ski Mountain is within walking distance of the front door here.
What is the artwork that is on the wall depicting a tree? What is the story of this artwork?
Yeah, so in my next art series, I'm doing a lot more painting. I had studied painting under Billy Childish and really built my career on work that is a little less traditional looking. But in my next series, I'm doing a lot more painting. And so just me in the privacy of my own home and studio have been doing paintings to get back into the flow of making oil paintings. So if you don't mind, I'll take you with me. Um,
Yes, of
it's
course.
it's exceptionally wet. Like, I finished this guy yesterday. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and so I like to live with the works that I make when I can on the walls, because that's ultimately where I hope my work goes is into somebody else's home. So that's the story there.
What did you had for breakfast this morning?
So actually, I was about to go get a bagel, and then I remembered I had this interview, so I did not. um, but I,
Okay.
um, so after this, I will go get a bagel just down from local shop.
Okay,
But
will it be a
I've had
plain
like
bagel? Will you put
no,
something on the bagel?
yeah, I will get something with sesame seeds on it, because I'm a big fan of sesame seeds.
Okay. Um, what was the job of your father and the job of your mother?
My mother was an interior designer in New Hampshire, and she did mostly like dentist offices and small apartment buildings in New Hampshire. And my father has been working to try and start a company for a couple decades.
What was the job of your maternal grandmother and maternal grandfather?
My maternal grandmother worked for General Mills, and she, I think she only did that for, I mean, not only, it was maybe 15 years she worked there before not working, and she now volunteers at the Ringling Museum in Florida, where she is a docent and hostess of the garden tours and the house tours. And my grandfather, on my mom's side, was he worked for Ernst and Ernst, which is now Ernst and Young, in risk consulting.
And same question on your father's side.
My grandmother was a nurse, and my grandfather was a surveyor. A land surveyor.